cannot express how aggravated I am. Like, you guys don't even understand. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you guys so much for waiting and being patient and being amazing. I saw you guys swapping social medias. I saw you guys continuing the conversation. You guys are absolutely incredible for that. Thank you so much. This is part 2. I'm JustLatasha here to dissect Insecure season 4, episode 4. Please follow me on my social media. I am JustLatasha on Instagram. Hey, Julian. I am JustLatasha404 on Twitter. And you can follow my comedy sketch series show page at Interactions, INNR Actions. All the links are right below this video in the description box. So we got things to do. Okay, we have hit the midpoint right before we conked out. We got things to do and things to talk about. We're gonna jump right back in. Laura Shy, thank you so much. She has a Shy podcast. It is 2 a.m. where she is, and I mean, she is just trucking through the night to be here, so I thank you so much for that. My true ones have come back. All right, let's do it. So I left off. Guys, I'm a Virgo. This is not how I operate, okay? This is not what I do. So we're just gonna keep it moving now. Where I was saying that Issa forgot to do her flyer approval. I see our Virgos in the comments. She forgot to do her flyer approval. Just little details are falling by the wayside because her mind is cluttered with getting this block party and just like going forward while she has this looming problem of her separating from her best friend right now. And Condola going ghost on her is hella frustrating. It is so frustrating because Condola wasn't supposed to be the messy one. Condola was refined. She was classy. She was classic. She has a great head on her shoulders. She knows what she's doing. She's a professional. It was supposed to be Issa. We're used to seeing Issa fumble through everything that she's trying to do. And so for Issa in this situation to be the one who has her head on straight, and the only reason why this is not picking up to where it's supposed to be going is because of Condola, that's a mind fuck. That's a mind fuck, and it's frustrating. And as a creator, when you're already doing something new, you're already in a territory that is unknown. You're working with someone you don't even really know like that, so you're really leaning on their knowledge and their network to get your dream off the ground. This person has a messy situation of dating your ex. The scariest thing at this part for a creator would be for the partner that you've been relying on to go into this new space to completely disappear and flake and not be with you on this. So I'm supposed to pick this all up by myself. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I know that fear. I know it. I know it so well. So I really, really, really felt that part. I was also saying in part 1 that it was great to see Molly finally getting along at work. We hadn't seen that since season 1, a little bit season 2, kind of falling out a little bit on season 2 because she was really going after that promotion. And we know when she went to the Negro land, the all-black law firm, she wasn't fly-ass, cool-ass, friendly-ass Molly. One of the first lines Issa said in season 1 when she described Molly was, "Everyone loves her." It was difficult for her to be out of that element, and so now we get to see her sitting down with these black women and sharing Chinese food and some scrimp, and they were having a very important conversation here, right? These 3 black women were discussing whether or not Bennett, BJ, likes black girls, and I think it was really telling that we black women can have that conversation. He don't like black girls. We can have that conversation so normally. We can have that conversation so casually. Oh, he don't like black girls. Yeah, he like white girls. And it's just a little blip in the system, like, oh, okay, little bump, boop, little speed bump. And to think that it's normalized for us to be disliked as black women by black men, and that they get to chuckle and share shrimp over it, like that's how normal it is. It was really telling to watch something like that unfold on TV, because that's really how the conversation goes. Do he like black girls? He don't? Okay, next. And we shouldn't even be speaking like that. We shouldn't even be having that conversation. What is it about black women that you disdain so much? And there's so many layers of anti-blackness and racism and self-hatred that causes the world to be like, oh yeah, black girls ain't really my type. We're beautiful. You're missing out. You're the loser. Go ahead. Go get you an Abigail. Have fun with that. Yeah, not as cool. Bye. And that's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. I also left off part one by saying Molly is sitting in between these two workers, needing to decide how important Andrew is to her. So one coworker is saying, look, this is my cap, this is my boundary, I gotta go home, my man and my family and my children are waiting for me. Work can wait. I have other things to attend to. And you have coworker number two saying, he just a jump off, I'm staying. I don't need to see him. Like, he's not important. So Molly, thank you so much. Who is that? Celeste. Celeste. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. Thank you so much for that cash donation. Molly is sitting in between her two crossroads. You have to pick one. Either Andrew's going to be important enough to create a boundary with your work and you're going to attend to him if he's your priority, or Andrew's still a jump off and we're not giving him that time of day. It's work, and that's just what it is. So Molly's literally sitting in between these crossroads, and what did she choose? The jump off option. Now, in this setting, she said this is her man, but you treated your man like the jump off option. I am back, you guys. Welcome. Get on in the room. Get in the room. Get in the room. We're starting right up. I'm just recapping where I left off, so we're all on the same page moving forward. Here we go. So now we're at this parking space. Let's get to the parking space because I saw you guys talking right before the video went out in the last one. Insecure is still visually playing with the ideas of being on the opposite on the opposite side of this problem, this problematic friendship. We had Issa in the daytime. We had Molly at the nighttime. We had Issa wearing white. We got Molly wearing black. And now there's this parking spot and two of our friends are trying to get in the same direction. They're trying to get in the same space. Issa's literally driving a white car. Molly's literally driving a black car. They couldn't make it more plain for us at this point, right? They're totally playing with they're totally the mirror image of each other. But these two friends are really trying to get to the same place. They got the same desires. They have the same struggles. How do I balance with the various layers of my life? How do I give the appropriate attention to my job? Give the appropriate attention to my passion? How do I balance that? How do I fix this friendship? They're really going through the same things, going the same direction, but they're going at it from opposite ways. Issa going reverse, Molly going forward, they crashing, and it comes down to communication. These two cannot hear each other. They're unable to speak to each other. They're unable to really get on the same page. And because they have such this unbridled resentment, there's something bubbling under the surface with this, right? It's really causing them to have this passive aggressive, and we're going to lean a little bit more to the aggressive. It's really having these two women have this passive aggressive resentment, a little bite to each and every way that they interact with each other, whether I'm trying to park or whether I'm just like, it's cold, whether or not I'm just joking. It's always just a little bite because there's so many things going unsaid between these two. And quite frankly, I think the collective is over it. Just say it. Just say it. Please. Man. So everybody agrees that was Issa's spot. It was Issa's spot. Molly should have drove around, okay, with her car and her avocados. We saw Nate leave a toxic voicemail, and now where I really want to go is part one. Please, all right. What was Tiffany drinking? Because there was a breast pump. What was Tiffany drinking? Okay, yo, we're saying rosé. We're saying, Demetria, what is a pump and dump, honey? What is that? Okay, so y'all peeped. Just making sure. Y'all peeped. Okay. No judgment. Judge a little bit. No judgment. No judgment. Tiffany just proves that she severely lacks self-awareness, and that may speak to Molly, who's really bonding with her right now, really latching onto her right now. Tiffany says something like, "Oh, I can't stand my friends. They lack self-awareness, and they always performing for people and just not being real." And the friends are like, "Yeah, strange, hella strange." They had an incredibly important conversation about the racism in the healthcare system, bringing up Serena Williams and what happened to her, how she almost lost her life during her pregnancy with her daughter Alexia. I think her name is Alexia. And Tiffany going through that. That's a huge conversation for Black women to say. Doctors are being groomed to and being societally and educationally formed to literally, quite literally, not take the pain of Black women seriously. You have a world star athlete being pregnant in the finest of hospitals with the most expensive of doctors saying, "These are my health issues. This is what's continuously happened in the past. This is what's happening with my body. I'm in pain. Here's the solution that I need." And the doctors are like, "I don't think that's right." And if it wasn't for somebody making a last minute choice, Serena Williams would not be here to be a mother of her daughter today. If someone didn't listen to her at the very last minute, Serena Williams would have lost her life. And this is a story that Tiffany is telling to her friends, like, I had a blood clot and the doctors would not listen to me. And what a powerful moment in the show. Very important conversation to have. Where else do I want to go with this? So right before we get to the rest of the friends, oh, if this is happening again, I'm going to shoot myself in the face. This better. I fucking knew it. Here. I need a new phone by the weekend. I need a new phone by the weekend. I need a new phone by the weekend. This isn't cute. This isn't this isn't what I signed up for. Okay? This isn't it. This truly isn't it. So we see the girls splitting off into their groups. You know, last episode, Issa was really attentive to Kelly's storyline, Instagram story, and Molly was really attentive to Tiffany's Instagram story. And we said that the reason why, I said the reason why they're bonding differently with each other is because Kelly has this joy and this freedom and this like impulsiveness and like just these fun moments that Issa really, that's what she embodies too. Issa's fun and joyous and optimistic. And Molly really wants like the family, the professionalism, that perfection, that have your stuff together and your man. So you can see why these two characters are drifting towards these, you know, clinging on to these certain different women. Now here's the thing, bitch. Okay? Molly says something about the lesson she learned. Thank you so much, Trini Boy, for the cash donation. That's very much appreciated. Molly said something to the group where she shows how much she's learning with Andrew. And she says, you really learn how valuable a true partner is. Andrew's always there for me at any hour when I'm struggling. And two things here, okay? Tiffany actually hears her. And she hears her and supports her without judgment. And that's literally all Molly has been asking Issa for. Let me exhale safely. Can I just live and try and fumble safely with you? And Issa has proven time and time again that the answer is no. The answer has been no. Molly's emotions are not safe with Issa at all. And here's a point where Tiffany lacks self-awareness about how her friends are performing this perfection. And I feel like with that line, Molly is kind of doing that too. Molly's been blowing Andrew off, Andrew doesn't even listen to her problems. They hook up and fall asleep on each other. They're not on the same page. Molly's treating him like a jump off, but acting like that's her man. So how does that work? Is Molly here lacking self-awareness? Is Molly here putting on a show for her friends? Like, yeah, I gotta figure out, that's what relationships take, but you haven't even seen him in how long? Y'all are not even really connecting outside of sex. So what, is that true, Molly? All right. And there's something that happens with friends, like when you already mad and you already feel away, them jokes ain't motherfucking funny no more, Issa. What I was actually saying, don't come over here taking stabs and jabs at Issa's like, I'm just joking. And that has definitely happened to me on a personal level, and I'm sure all of you guys can relate. When you and your friend are a little funky, you try to just crack that joke like I used to, but your feelings right now ain't what they used to be. So what do you mean? So what does that mean? So what are you saying? Man, bitch, I was just saying you was okay. Okay, but I wasn't saying that. I know, I was just, and it's Aggie. The whole thing is Aggie. So now we have our friend group split. Molly goes upstairs with Tiffany to go see the baby. Issa stays downstairs with Kelly while she's trying to breast milk because Kelly's weird like that. And it's very strange, right? This tiff between Molly and Issa is so passive-aggressive that the friends don't even know what's happening. Did Molly say something to you? Did Issa say something to you? No, what's going on? What happened? Y'all not seeing them fight right there? They've been fighting since they tried to park. And no one else sees it. No one else sees it. That's how sly and how subtle it is when you're just feeling off. We as the audience know that, but their friends and their little group actually cannot even spot when it's happening. It's really effing crazy. So here's Issa's issue with Molly. Issa's issue is that Molly sees me how she sees me. Molly is not giving Issa space to evolve and grow into this new person. She really isn't. Issa, you're a fuck up. That's your cap. That's your cap. You're the fuck up. You're the screw up. You have no idea what you're doing. And that's it, right? And so we have Molly going to Tiffany and being like, okay, me and Issa a little weird. Look at her. She always judging me, but she gets to do all this messed up. Molly's issue with Issa is that Issa does not give grace for Molly to make mistakes. Issa gets to make mistakes all over the place. Can Molly mess up without being labeled old Molly and without them little jabs and them little stabs and all them little funky bits? Can she have a moment to mess up too? And she knows that Issa thinks that she loves her misery. Issa keeps saying, I don't want to be happy, so I'm going to show her I'm happy. Oh, I'm going to show her I'm happy. Okay? Are you dating Andrew because he's the one, or are you dating Andrew because you need to prove something to your best friends? Because what a Virgo loves to do is be right. If there's one thing that a Virgo motherfucking loves to do, is to be perfect and to be right. Ask me how I know. Ask me. Ask me. Ask me. Go ahead. Ask me. Now the difference between the two is, and I think this needs to be said. The difference between the two is Molly was talking shit. Molly was upstairs talking shit. See, now Issa asked for advice. Issa just wanted to just know a little extra. Issa just had to feel a certain way and vented. Molly was talking shit. Look at her down there with Lawrence. So I'm the old Molly, but look at her. She ain't doing no better. Look at downstairs. And Tiffany just like, it's cool. Like, it's all right. It's cool. And Tiffany knows as someone with a relationship and with a man, some things ain't gonna be, everything's not black and white. There's a hell lot of gray area in there. Like, she's talking to Lawrence, and Molly's jumping off the roof with this assumption they're not even talking about getting together. You literally just saw them having a conversation, but you're assuming that, oh yeah, they trying to get that old thing back. Look at her trying to get that old thing back. She's talking about her damn block party. She's talking about her damn block party. I see y'all. Y'all hate Molly. I'm seeing all y'all comments. Y'all hate Molly. Oh, Suhalia Mixon. Thank you so much for that cash donation. That is so kind. Thank you so much, guys. Woo! So, all right. We're going to go ahead. Now, Lawrence had to say something to Issa. And I want to pay attention here. Again, to the directorial vision. Usually when you see plants and greenery, that's space for something new to happen. That's like a rebirth emotionally for the characters. They're about to go explore something they haven't been before, something they haven't seen, where Lawrence and Issa are very much on the same page. They get each other's jokes, they finish each other's sentences, they're feeling good, and everything's cool in this space. Everything's really, really, really cool in this space, and we don't know what the fuck Lawrence wanted to say. So I want to know what y'all are hypothesizing. Condola, and that might, like, we never even talked about you cheating. I want to know what that new thing hitting for. Let me see what y'all are guessing. What did Lawrence... Ooh, I see it. I see it. Woo. Y'all are tearing Molly up. Okay? Everybody saying they broke up. What happened between him and Condola? We don't know, Rachel. We have no idea. I feel Issa and Molly. Come on, Issa, let this child vent, please, before she does something drastic to get your attention. Oh, better than broke said that. Mila Rose says, also, did y'all see how easily Issa was open and told Lawrence about her issues? Why can't she do the same with Molly? Because Molly's taking jabs right now. I'm not having no conversation with Molly. She has a loaded gun and she's ready to shoot. I'm not telling you a goddamn thing. If my friend was aggy like that and constantly snapping and whipping or whatever, I'm not telling you anything. Issa don't even want to be around her. He's not even looking her way. So let's keep this green. Our next scene, and we see Molly, right? But Molly is the one wearing the green. And I think someone here said it where Molly hadn't confirmed with Andrew what her intentions are, like where she's at with it, how she envisions the relationship. Molly envisions their relationship a totally different way than Andrew's receiving where they at. So the fact that he's dressed in black and white, which is the colors that they were playing with for the first half of the episode, and Molly... We're going to finish tonight. We're going to finish. And that's point blank and period. We're not going anywhere. Okay? So what I think is Molly is saying is that she's ready to be readily available for Andrew. She's ready to change her gear a little bit. Without saying it, she just decided internally, I'm going to take this to a new space. I'm actually going to be more available for my man. I'm going to be the value of a partner as well. And I'm going to make sure. But she didn't say that. Andrew's like, well, this is how I know you. I know you as getting the last of you. I know you as getting the end of your the tail end of your day. I know you as maybe you're available, maybe you're not. I know you as this black and white, on and off, hot and cold woman. So that's where I'm at with it. And even though they're trying to just enjoy each other's company, they have different visions about what this space is. And Andrew's like, just about damn tired of it, okay? You asked me to be here in this way. I keep trying to show up, and you're not letting me in. What are we doing? Okay? What are we doing? Ooh, ooh. Let's get to Issa at this taco stand. Trying to replace Schoolboy Q, which I totally forgot to mention when Lawrence has something to say. Issa loses her headliner, big deal. And some people were saying that's Condola. That's Condola making a move behind the back. But I don't know, because Condola is the one who sent her the finalized flyer. So I don't think Condola knows or what had happened. But when you do an event like this, something is going to go wrong. You could cross all your T's, dot all your I's, show up, send the contracts, make sure everything is right, and something can still go wrong. I remember years ago, I tried to throw an event with all these artists, and I was very communicative, and I had my list, my bullet points, my times, my call sheet. I had everything down to the T, and one of my artists was just like, "Oh, was that tonight?" Bitch, I will hit you. I will strike you in the teeth. Okay? So Issa's like, the train keeps moving. I have to fix this. And she's trying to let's get it all together. Issa's in green, stepping up into that persona that she wants to be. Becoming Issa, right? Becoming Issa D. Issa is on her new journey emotionally, internally, and saying, this is what I do now. This is where I am now. And even though it's a little shaky, I'm still going to show up. And we see her sit in front of those beautiful those plants growing up the wall of the cleaners, open 7 days a week. So Issa's going to make this work. This is who she is. This is what she does now. And unfortunately, she's trying to, with the desperation that she has to get this off the ground, she needs Molly. She needs Molly to do a favor, to use her man to get an artist on Issa's stage. Now, if y'all follow me on Twitter, JustLatasha404, okay? I was Team Molly from this point on. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was Team Molly. Issa does something really manipulative, and I don't believe that she didn't know what she was doing. Issa opens the conversation like, hey, I really want to talk to you. You know you guys have this conversation to be had because you blew off the conversation when you were supposed to have it. You know y'all are having problems. You know you guys are not communicating. You know you guys are not seeing eye to eye. And Molly's face when she hears her best friend say that, I really wanted to talk to you too. Her man ain't listening to her. She didn't have you for about 2 months now. Tiffany's cool, but Tiffany ain't you, darling. She needs her friend. And when she hears through the phone, hey, I really need to talk to you, for a moment, she had her friend back. For a moment, like, thank God. Is it over now? Can we just be back to how we used to be? Let me tell you, girl. Let me tell you about my day. Okay, sorry, but here's what I need. That was so hurtful, so disappointing, so manipulative, and I felt everything. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. I was a ripe 15, 16-year-old. I had this best friend who wasn't always nice, but we was cool. We rocked, right? We rocked. We had a huge falling out, big fight, and we didn't speak for about a year. It was terrible. One day she calls me out the blue and she goes, hey Tosh, I just was wondering how you are, where you been, what's up? And I'm like, wow, I got my friend back. This is so nice. It's so kind of her. I didn't expect her to put her pride and her ego aside for me. This is so nice. And I'm like, you know, I really missed you too. Like, I can't believe we're even having this conversation. Like, that's crazy. She's like, I just really wanted to see you again. If you have time, can you come over? Like, it'd be so fire if you just like come over, come hang out. Let's just like put all that stuff behind us. And I'm like, yeah, like absolutely, absolutely. You were my dog. You were my ride or die. You were my girl. Like this is so fire. Like my best friend is back. I spent the entire year with you last year. And then she goes, so when you come, do you mind bringing your blow dryer? She felt that energy switch. She felt it. And then what she leaned into, well, if you don't bring your blow dryer, her hair, my friend's hair is going to be messed up. And now it's my fault that your plans didn't go because I'm not showing up for you. We didn't talk for a year. And you called me back with a favor. When I watched that scene, y'all, I said, oh, I clutched my pearls. I said, Issa, T. Molly, I am Team Molly. That was the shadiest, I don't even use this word, shystiest, flagrant. That was terrible. That was terrible. What that said was, I'm going to hype you up. I don't care what you're going through. I'm going to use you. And absolutely not. We barely like each other. Absolutely not. Whew, that scene shook me. That scene really, really, really shook me. So I want to ask you guys, Molly begins to assume here that the only reason why Schoolboy Q is not showing up to her event is because there's something that Issa did. Where's the contract? Where's the money? What did you do to make him not do the thing? What do you guys think? I'm going to be looking at the comments. Do you guys think Molly was right for assuming Issa must have did Issa? Issa must have Issa'd somewhere in here. She must have Issa'd somewhere in here for that to happen. Everybody said they was with Molly. New relationship. New relationship. Favors. 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 Molly thinks she is better than Issa since the show started. All right, talk that talk. Ooh, the other F word says, she asked good questions, but it was the assumption that it must have been Issa's fault. Let me tell y'all something. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Is you gonna let a crackhead borrow $100? Is you gonna let a crackhead house sit for a week? Let's be honest. Let's be hella real. Is you gonna let Lil Day Day, who just robbed the grocery store, come hold your purse for a little bit? Okay? Let's be 110%. Molly is a smart motherfucking cookie. If Molly doesn't do anything else, she uses that mind. She is a whole lawyer. She is an entire lawyer. She cracks cases for a living. She outthinks groups of people for a living. It pays her finances, that mind. We met Issa as a fumbling fuck up. Molly knew her longer than that. I'm sorry. Molly knew her longer than that. Molly has seen and knows her girl through, tried and true. Molly knows that girl inside out, upside down, front ways, back ways. What did you do, Issa? You can't even meet Condola without spilling water on yourself, babe. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So you want me to use my man and his professional accoutrements. You want me to use my man and his professional network to help your failing, fumbling ass? I think not. Not on tonight. And let me tell you, I watched Insecure again from season 1. And Molly rides for Issa. Molly has done some ridiculous things in the name of saving Issa's ass. Showing up at Andrew's house with a cake talking about, can I use your bathroom for your friend? There's friends that wanted to ride out and do something crazy, and I said absolutely not. And they were my best friends. No, I'm not going with you. That's stupid. That's dumb. And it's unsafe. And I don't like it. Molly scrambled at Issa's fundraising event for Who Got Y'all, We Got Y'all, and got Daniel the fuck. Molly got Nate the fuck. So what I'm not going to do again is mess up what I have going on with my man in my professional world and his professional world for another one of your shenanigans? I think the fuck not. Not on tonight. Sorry. But what did Molly do in that moment? She said yes. After being hurt, after being used, after being manipulated, after being set up, she still said yes. Team Molly. That was low down. That was low down. But Ellie says, what up, Ellie, dear friend of mine? But even when Molly saw Issa succeeding, she just could not give it to Issa. She loves to point the finger at Issa. And all things can be true. And all of it can be true. Put it all in there. Dump it in the bucket. Put it in there. It's all true. Yes. Yes. Okay? So we get back to Molly and Andrew. Molly pays her man a late night visit in a very cute fashion by, you know, paying a callback to how she was messy the first time with him, brought the same cake, brought the bottle of champagne, a little callback to last season with her, Issa trying to stalk Nate. And she vulnerably and openly communicates, I don't want to put you on the back burner. I want to work on this. You are my priority. How can we move forward? But also, boo! Because why you could do that with him, but you can't do that with your friend? Let me tell you something about this part. Thank you so much, Orange driving. Thank you. Let me tell you something about this part. I figured something out about Molly. And this is not totally her fault, because patriarchy is a thing and it exists in the real life. Women, some women, and they were groomed to, by the patriarchy and by cultural values, only derive value from being connected to a man. And I'm not putting that blame totally on Molly, because let's take a look at what our society does. They was calling Oprah whack for not having a man. Oprah had to come out and start saying Stedman's name just so people could get the F off her back. Oprah, the Winfrey. Successful, billionaire, network owning, books, magazines. She hires white men to be doctors and interior decorators. Oprah the Winfrey plays the best of her hurt black women. And society said, but where's your man at? You must be gay. Are you and Gail bumping uglies? That's motherfucking Oprah. She don't want no man. She don't have to have her. They did the same thing to Tyra Banks. Why are you old and alone? Tyra Banks is a motherfucking businesswoman. She's running corporations. She's a CEO in many divisions. Her work is highly successful. Trash. But we didn't know it was trash at the time. Trash. But Tyra D. Banks, don't try her. If Beyonce wasn't married, understand Beyonce is selling the brand of her family. If Beyonce was near 40 and married, as successful and genius and creative and higher tier queendom that she is, if Beyonce was 40 and single, the world would be on her back right now. What's wrong with Beyonce? How come you don't got no man? Oh, she must be a crazy lady with cats. Oh, nobody must like her. Oh, what's happened? How come Halle Berry got 4 divorces? Oh, what kind of woman is that? George Clooney, a debonair single bachelor for the rest of his life. Go ahead, George Clooney. Wow. And I've seen friends of mine destroy themselves for access to a man. And this is what we have never seen Molly celebrate herself. We've never seen it. Issa does dances. Issa has little parties for herself. Issa got the mirror bitch and they be going back and forth and Issa does something good. We have never seen Molly celebrate herself. She is a successful lawyer. She lives on the Upper East Side. She lives by the water with a view. She has a car. She has a dog. Wigs for days. Top tier shoe game. Balenciaga bags. She got it all herself, and Molly will cry and complain and dig herself in a hole because she has no man. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Okay? We hate to see it. And there's something in the scene with Molly with Andrew where, another thing a Virgo hates, don't call me out, because I know my truth. Don't say it back. Don't say my truth back to me. Molly looks at Andrew and says, by this time I would have met. We gonna fix it. It's okay. We gonna fix it. We staying. We're not going anywhere. We're staying. And you, and you, and you. We ain't going to, and I am telling you. We almost at the end because we're not going anywhere. Not going. So here we go. We have, and somebody said something good. Somebody said somebody evolving. I hope I didn't miss the comment. Somebody said, here we go. Here we go. Risa, 11-fold says, Molly and Issa are both evolving as women and shifting to different spaces within life, but the lack of communication between them two have them handling each other based on prior versions. You still see the old Molly, and you're treating her like the old Issa. You guys have not seen nor accepted each other's growth, and sometimes your old friends cannot go with you to new places, and I've said that plenty of times here on this platform. Thank you for that comment, because that was nail on the head good. That was real good. Sometimes your old friends can't go with you to new places. To be completely honest with you, all of my friends right now are from the new version of me. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone no more. I don't know nobody no more. Sorry. Me and my friend had a big deep dive in emotionally how you failed me as a friend, how I failed you as a friend. Let's take accountability. And I told her, I'm like, we don't know each other as adults. We don't. And we healed and we apologized and we helped and we cradled each other's hearts, and we never spoke again. We never spoke again. And I wasn't the only friend. I take full accountability for how I made you feel. I should not have done that to you. I'm really sorry. You did not deserve that. Here are my actions. I hold that. I accept your apology. And that was the last conversation we ever had. We ain't friends no more. I don't know you. And maybe these two evolved versions, they just don't match. They just don't match. They clicked when they were the old sloppy versions of themselves, but both of them are cleaning up. So now who are we? So I really wonder at this point what the fuck Andrew and Molly are. I think I'm personally still unclear. They're agreeing to move forward. They're agreeing to work on things, but all we ever see them do is engage in sex. Has Andrew opened up to her emotionally the way she asked? Why isn't she allowed to talk about work with this man? Are they exclusive, and how so? Did she learn about his sister? Every time they get in the same room, it's just, we're going to have sex. And let me tell you something before we really move to this last part. Men will play that boyfriend role just to give you dick in return. Had to do it to him. I care. I want to be here. But they give you nothing emotionally, and they lay dick all day. And they cannot hold your emotions in return. But they want that boyfriend spot. They like the attention. They like the time. They like all the cradling, all the little dates. They like that shit. They only want to give you dick, but they want you here in that capacity. It's capped. Clipped, capped, done. Not doing that. I'm not doing that. Is Molly lacking self-awareness? Just to be able to say she has a man and that she's happy. Is Molly lacking self-awareness? done. Okay? That is done. That is done. Y'all said, let me see who said it. Oh, I don't know how to say your name. BGG Faf. We learned more about Nathan in one episode than we learned at Andrew. Thus far. Tea. Absolute tea. So now we have this episode closing with the last conversation between Molly and Issa. And Molly's back in black. She's back in black. Issa's still wearing her new path green, her new growth green. Okay. And Molly tells Issa, like, you know what? I'm actually gonna stop it. I'm not going to use my man to help you. I want to keep those two separate. Molly knows Issa as a mess. Molly is excited about Andrew in this new space. I want to explore that without you Issaing it up. Don't Issa it up over here. This is nice. This is stable. This is new. I really want this. I know what happens over here. Sorry. Talk that talk going off. I see y'all responding. Talk that talk going up. All right. So I agree. I totally agree. I'm totally riding with this decision. I think it's smart. I think it's safe. I think it's prepared. Molly knows the mess. She has seen it a million times. She's always had to be involved. Do I involve my new man? And I don't even know if you're going to be successful in this. I'm already seeing you fail in this new journey. I'm still watching you figure it out. I'm still watching you do something messy. Why are you working with Condola? All of this to me equals messy. No, I'm not bringing my man and his job into that space. It's a no. It's a no for me, sis. It's a no for me, sis. Sorry. Good luck. Condola ain't messing with you no more. Schoolboy Q ain't messing with you no more. And you can't drink water without spilling it on your damn green turtleneck. Y'all want Nathan. Oh, Mila Rose says Issa's new growth is fake. She ran back to what she's always done, having Molly fix her problems. And this time Molly said no. A drag and a read. Sandra says, I think Issa should have contacted Nathan because he need to atone. Don't do that. See, now you being messy. We rooting for Lawrence on this side. Rachel says, it's easy to go to Issa's side because she's a protagonist. But Molly was right. Let's not always root for all the actions and decisions of our main character. Very smart point. Just because we're following Issa's tail and this is her world, she was hella wrong in this episode. Hella wrong. So, some questions before we, because this was real cute. Some questions. Y'all ready? What is Molly's value to Issa if Molly isn't helping her? Y'all ready for the next one? I'm gonna say that again. What is Molly's value to Issa if Molly is of no use? If Molly's not helping her, what's her value to Issa? In reverse, what's Issa's value to Molly? Molly has someone new to focus on. Molly has someone new to fix problems with. Molly has someone new to grow and to go on a journey with, right? She's having trouble balancing two, job and man. Does Issa have a space in there, and should Molly make space? What was her value without her fixing the problems? And this is where you have to do an audit of the friends you keep. What value do you give me? Do you help me emotionally? Do you make me feel emotionally safe? Do I feel supported? Do I feel loved? Do you fix my problems? Am I just loading and dumping my emotional problems on you? Do we just do drugs together? Do we just go drink together? Do we hook up sometimes? What are people's values in your life? You have to do that audit, and I think it's audit time. I think they're starting to see What do you serve here, Issa? What do you serve here, Molly? Kendra said, all they got is history. Mm, mm. Black Privilege Podcast says they don't have any value to each other. Sandra says they are codependent. That's a codependency. Hello from Iran. Y'all saying history. Molly never cared about Issa's block party. There may be some truth to that. Joy says, I think that question is unfair because we can have relationships with people because they fill a space. If that changes, then the relationship needs to be evaluated. But I think that is the question. What is the space? Is it an emotional space? Is it a love space? Is it a party space? Is it a let's be depressed together space? What is that space? I think when that's defined, then you can find the value of whatever that friendship is. There were people in my life that I was just like, we just go drinking together. Like, that's my drinking friend. And like when you leave that drinking space, it's like, so you studying the thing? Or, oh yeah, you did say that. You said that. You did say that. Is your mom's cool? Your mom's good? Cool. Like, you have to find out what do they serve, because if it's something not substantial, if it's something detrimental, if it is just based on history, we're here just because we know each other. And when me and my friend had that last closure conversation, that was one of the things I said. I think we're still trying this friendship just off the base that we know each other. When in reality, we have nothing in common. We don't do the same things. We don't have the same interests. And I don't know you as an adult. We don't even know each other. So we're here for this space for what? And that's a very... I needed that question. I'm sorry. I needed that question. We back. My phone dying. I'm sorry. I needed that question. We back. I'm going to read that again. Alicia Hill says, I think that's why Issa is having a hard time coming forward to have the talk. If you evaluate the status of the friendship, then you have to determine what's the future of it. And lo and behold, we may not have a future here. And that's the real thing. And they are still very much trying to keep this space on the basis of who they used to be. We have not seen either of them acknowledge the new spaces that they are. We haven't seen either of them. Issa has never said, Molly, you and Andrew look really good. And that's what Tiffany is providing for Molly. Y'all look happy. I can't wait to see y'all have babies. Do what makes you happy. Tiffany is providing that emotional safety net that Issa is failing to give Molly. Right? And Molly has never said, congratulations, this is huge for you, a block party. I've never seen you chase after your dreams. You're going after your full potential. You're no longer scared. You're stepping into your bravery. You make me so proud, friend. It was like, this is cute, but where's the mess at? I know there's mess back there. Is it under here? Y'all got your foot on each other's neck. Y'all not letting each other breathe. Damn. It's terrible. It really, it's unfortunate, and it's terrible, and it's real. It's real. We have the very last scene, the bonnet and the broken pipes. I hate to say it. The first thing Issa was asked to do by her building when we opened the show after this long weekend is still not done. Issa is still a fuck up. She had one responsibility and she still didn't do it. She comes home after all of this adventure and the water and the pipes are still broken. She let her building down. So the home looks beautiful, but you have broken pipes. It's rotten under there. You got all that artwork and the furniture and the lights on and everything's decorated. The pipes are broken and the water's funky under there. Looks good, but you're broken. Unusable. Issa's trying to get to a new space, but she's been dragged because, baby, you still have a bum stain. And is it wrong if your best friend sees that bum stain? It's still there, hun. It's still there, babe. You tried so hard. You worked so hard. I still see your bum stain. The stain that you left on that green turtleneck in front of Condola. The stain that your ex is leaving all over his shirts when he visits Condola. The stain that maybe schoolboy Q saw. We don't know if he saw the bum stain too and said, I'm not doing none of that shit. We don't know. Baby. And on that note, we conclude tonight's dissection. We made it. Through technical difficulties and all, we made it. I thank you guys for being so patient and rocking with me through all of this. Laura, Shy, out there in London town, going on 3 a.m. where she's at, up and still here. I thank you guys so much. If you guys want an extra video this week, you will have to become a patron. For just $5, you guys get the extra hour-long Sunday video, Boozy Brunch series, and we go in and talk, and it's a very, very intimate room, so I get to see and know all of y'all. Also, I do the 8 p.m. show every Thursday night. Don't know what I'll be discussing yet, but I'll be there. I will be online 8 p.m. on Thursday for the 8 p.m. show. Yeah. Follow me on social media. I am at JustLatasha on Instagram, and I am JustLatasha404 on Twitter. I will see you guys on the interwebs between videos, talking all this stuff. Thank you so much, TJ, for the cash tip on the end tail of this video. We need a post-show breakdown. We need a wind down part 2. We need an HBO podcast. Oh, actually, they already have a podcast. And let me stop, because Hey Friend Hey is my friend, and she already run that. We need a little tag or something. HBO need to run a chat. We need to run the chat, okay? They already got the podcast handle. I don't want the podcast. I just want a little blip on the end of the show and be like, so what happened? What? All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I am JustLatasha. Make the T lowercase. I'll see you guys next time.